You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
But I think it's important. See, Sean, the people that listen to you, most of them don't even have a high school education, and that's why they listen to an idiot like you. You know, if they were educated, I mean, if your audience were at the level of at least a college graduate or master's degree, they'd turn you off in a minute because they know you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea of history. You have no idea of the development of societies, whether it be in India or with Mahatma Gandhi and the British rule oppressing them and the march to the sea. Your audience is not loyal, Sean Hannity. Your audience and the Fox audience is just an ignorant audience. They're just uneducated and they don't know any better. And that's why they follow Trump, and that's why they have no discernment about what's going on. But an educated audience, Trump, will not follow you. A man with at least a college education. I doubt if 10% of the people that listen to you have a college education. I doubt it. But I can tell you this, Bernie Sanders is going to peel off some of your audience. Bernie Sanders is going to, people who are barefoot and living in horrid poverty conditions in West Virginia, in Kentucky, in Tennessee, and Lordstown, Ohio, where they're closing plants, they're going to start listening. People are looking at their income tax return checks, $3,000 smaller than it was under Obama. These uneducated people that make up a Fox audience, they're going to start listening to Bernie Sanders. You better watch out. You better stop putting him on. Stop putting Bernie Sanders on, because they're going to hear what he's saying, and they're going to like it, because nobody wants to be poor. Like you, Sean, making $40 million a year, and people working in the Burger King down there in West Virginia making $12 an hour, listening to you. Here you are, making $40 million a year, and your audience worker don't make $400 a week. You better watch yourself, homeboy, because I'm going to tell them. And Bernie going to tell them too. You better stop putting Bernie on your broadcast, because he's going to tell them. All right, Ms. Angel, let's go to the rest of it.
How do you rectify your notion of democratic socialism with the failures of socialism in nearly every country that has tried it?
Is it your assumption that I supported or believe in authoritarian communism that existed in the Soviet Union? I don't, and never have, and I opposed it. And what democratic socialism means to me is we expand Medicare, we provide educational opportunity to all Americans, we rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. In other words, government serves the needs of all.
Hold it right there, hold it. Mr. Sean Hannity, you better stop letting your uneducated, your high school dropout member audience, you better stop letting your uneducated high school dropout audience listen to this. Medicare for everybody, education for everybody, rebuilding the infrastructure. Listen, who don't want to be able to go to the doctor when they're sick? Who don't want to get an education, especially your crowd? Listen, the elitist white and the elitist black folk got better education. Black folk are better educated than the Fox News watcher. That's the truth. Black people on the whole, even in the ghettos, have more college degrees than white people in the South. That's right. No, you know, the audience that listens to Al Sharpton is better educated than the audience that listens to Sean Hannity. And you better stop letting Bernie Sanders get on there talking that kind of talk he's talking right now. Go to them high school dropouts down there in Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama and Arkansas going to want to get an education so they can live a better life and educate their children. You better stop putting Bernie Sanders on that boy, that crowd. Sean, that's you crazy. This is a bit of a news blog we do looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. to the Manning Report. We'll tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.